Is Carvana in hot water? You be the judge.
All right, just 6:45 now. KPRC2 Investigates is looking into a used car dealer selling cars customers cannot drive. The problem is they can't get the vehicles registered because the dealer can't provide the title or the permanent license plate. Investigator Amy Davis is here with what she's uncovered. Amy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Carvana is still fairly new to the car dealer industry. The company's only been in Texas since 2016. So they promise no haggle pricing and convenience. They'll deliver the car right to your driveway. But over the past year and a half, some customers say their car buying experience with Carvana has been nothing but a hassle and headache. 22-year-old Peyton Harden is happy with this 2017 Hyundai Elantra she purchased from Carvana in August of 2020. She just can't drive it.
She's already been told once by a police officer not to be driving the car. It needed to be tagged. She had it for over a year.
In Texas, car dealers are required to submit a title and registration application to the county tax office within 30 to 45 days of the date of sale. But some 455 days after she purchased the vehicle, Peyton's mom says Carvana still can't get the title to this car.
They can't issue any more temporary tags. They can't tag it. What are we doing? Why aren't you fixing this?
When the first set of temporary tags expired, Peyton called Carvana, and they sent a second set, then a third, then a fourth. The Texas Department of Motor Vehicles tells KPRC2 Investigates licensed dealers in Texas can only provide buyers with one paper plate from Texas. It's currently investigating similar complaints from customers across the state. But this is a bigger problem. Carvana has faced legal action and fines for failing to produce titles and selling vehicles without a license in California, North Carolina, Florida, and Michigan. And no one from Carvana returned our repeated calls and emails, but in a November phone call with investors, Carvana's CEO said the increased demand combined with the manpower issue caused some of the delays.
I don't care at this point what's wrong. This is not my problem. My problem is my daughter needs a car that she can drive, that's just as reliable as the one sitting in their lot.
So after more than a year of calling and filing a complaint with the state, Peyton's mom says a Carvana rep told her the company will now unwind the loan, take the Elantra back, and give Peyton a comparable vehicle. The money she has paid towards the Elantra will be applied to her new loan. If this happens to you with Carvana or any other car dealer, you should file a complaint with the Texas DMV. We've included the instructions for how you can do that on click2houston.com.
Interesting. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I mean, so many used cars selling, and apparently a lot of people buying with Carvana. They just say they've had a lot more business.
I wonder if this thing's getting lost in the shuffle, if it wasn't turned over to begin with. There's so much that could go wrong in that transaction.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that was actually a video out about Carvana. So for any of you guys that have seen some of my videos, I typically have warned you guys not to be selling cars without the title to your clients because it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. Customers going to be a headache. They're going to keep texting you and calling you until they get that title. And if you don't know when that title's coming, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So definitely be cautious, be wary. I know some of you guys are out there doing that, but I just wanted to show you in Manheim, as you can tell, like for example, this 2016 Jeep Wrangler that was just sold at Manheim, Detroit. This is a video that I'm about to put up. The title was not present. So that means that whoever bought this vehicle, they're going to get the vehicle from Manheim and then they're going to have to wait to get the title. It could take a week, it could take 2, it could take 3, it could take up to a month. But you definitely, I know some of you guys have like a car buying service where maybe you're posting ads on Craigslist and saying, hey, I have a car dealer license and I can help you find the car that you want. Here's my contact information. Get a hold of me if you want that 2017 Honda Civic. I'll be more than glad to buy that for you. And then you go out and you start looking for that Honda Civic. Some of you guys might say, hey, I'll get it to you that day. Cash, if you come with cash in hand, I'll get you that car and you can drive away. But you might be falling into that situation where you buy the vehicle from Manheim or any of the dealerships that you come across. The title's not present, but you've already promised that potential client that they're going to go ahead and walk away or drive away with that vehicle. And then, like I said, as as you can tell the video, Carvana, 455 days. That's just uncalled for. That's ridiculous. That customer should not have to wait 455 days to get the title from Carvana. And so now Carvana is actually having to kick themselves. So that girl had that vehicle for over 455 days. She kept, calling them, hounding them, bugging them, filing complaints on them to finally get title from them. And they still couldn't produce it after 455 days. And so what they did, they told that customer is to say, hey, bring the vehicle back. We're going to give you a comparable vehicle. We're going to roll back the loan and we're going to apply whatever you paid so far to the new vehicle that we're going to give you, that we can produce a title. But there's no reason that Carvana should not have been able to get a title for 455 days nor license plates. So that poor girl has had a vehicle. She's already been pulled over a couple of times, according to the article, by police to say, hey, you don't have registration or title on this vehicle. You need to get that. You should not be driving this vehicle without the title in your name. And so she's kind of had to deal with the headache of not being able to do that. And then also the stress of having to be the person and feel like she's the bad guy and harassing Carvana. And so I'm telling you, if you're selling vehicles, especially lower priced vehicles, and you're going to make a $600 profit, you don't want the headache for $600 because trust me, that customer is going to keep calling you and emailing you and text messaging you and filing complaints on you if you're not producing the title. And like I said, as you can tell right here, this seller's automobiles incorporated, but the title is not present. So whoever buys this vehicle is going to have to wait for Manheim to issue that title. And you could actually set that up in different ways through the Manheim system. You could either pick up the title in person, you can have it mailed to your home, you can have it mailed to your dealership. There's several ways that you can get the title. I've bought plenty of vehicles that did not have the title on hand. So when I drove the vehicle off the Manheim lot, I did not have the title. I had to wait for it to be mailed to me. I know I've had some that took a couple weeks. And so what if I would have promised that person that purchased that vehicle for me to say, hey, I will have the title for you, let's exchange the money. I would have had to, been trying to figure out when's it going to come and having to provide an answer that I don't have an answer for to that customer. It's a difficult conversation. And I just wanted to do a quick video to let you know, do not fall in that pitfall. Do not fall in that trap. Do not be like Carvana and wait, and make a customer wait 455 days to get the title, because it's not a pleasant conversation. At least with Carvana, it's such a ginormous company that they have a lot of buffers and people in place to take those difficult phone calls. But if you're a small dealership, you're the only one in charge, you're going to be taking those difficult conversations. And when you get an irate customer, an angry customer coming at you and yelling at you on the phone and text messaging you and bugging you, trying to get that, and they rightfully so, if they give you money and they are expecting title and they got the vehicle and they don't have title, they're in the right. They have a right to be upset, and just don't put yourself in that situation. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are, what some solutions or what some of the things that you think that Carvana could have done better. Drop me a comment and hit that like button. And until the next video, take care.